I'm Marcia and I've been living in the Netherlands since January 2008. I grew up in South Africa. I lived in all the old four provinces at one time in my life, although most of my life I spent in the Johannesburg area, and I decided to be me in 2019. It was a long journey. It's taken me years to get there. If I look back about when did it start? It started around about 2003 and it finished in 2019 when I decided to be me. And this is me. It's not easy. There's a lot of mental things that you've got to go through. There's a lot of physical things that go through. Being a diabetic also has a lot of impact on what you choose to do and how you do it. But I'm so happy with what's happened with me, and it's one of the few things that I can say is going good in my life, is waking up and being me. The diabetes to me is a personal thing. It's personal for everybody. And I think that is one of the things that makes it so unique, is that what might work for me won't work for someone else. A friend of mine here was like, well, why don't you just go and use a pump? Considering how much you're doing and how many times you're doing this, just why don't you try the pump? And that was a mission. Trying to get people to agree to me using the pump. In the early days, we were looking at 2010, it wasn't something that was readily given to everybody. You had to have a definite certain amount of criteria to meet. And there was a lot of discussion, but going over to pump therapy doesn't mean that your blood sugar will become stable. It doesn't mean that you'll be using less insulin. It could be that you have to change the infusion set. And eventually I just said, look, I just want to try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. And I am so happy that I did. And then the first time I tried Kaleidoer, I was so happy. I didn't have to worry about being hooked on on door handles or dropping the pump, or I had that freedom. It's small, it's compact, it's hidden. You can put it generally anywhere where you would normally put the other. The thing is that you don't have the additional length. You don't have to worry about where it is. You can feel it all the time. The interface is really user-friendly, but the freedom that I have with it far outweighs anything else I've ever had. I love Kaleidoer's colors. It makes me feel that I can choose my pump. It becomes my personal pump. Other people might have the same colors as me, but at least it allows me to choose the colors I want. If I'm wearing it on my arm, I can wear it something that matches the color of the pump for that day. It also makes me feel a little bit more feminine because I can choose the colors that I want. I think what I would change is maybe two things. One, making integration work, and I know that it's going to happen, is making integration with Freestyle Libre or any of the other glucose monitoring, so that you have it automatically, that you don't have to prick your finger, or you have another type of thing so that it's a closed loop. Make the screen touch screen. I think for especially people that have Alzheimer's or anything, pushing buttons repetitively is really difficult for people, especially people with ME and all of that shake. It would help. Maybe increasing the cartridge size. There are a lot of people right now who are excluded from being able to use it because of the cartridge size. I know that would make changes and maybe the pump might become a little bit bigger, but going to 300 milli units I think will increase the amount of people who could use it. I'm on the border right now, and hopefully that drops and then I won't be on the border anymore. But I think there's a lot of people who could benefit from it, like maybe just over the border or just, close to the 300. But yeah, maybe that's something that would be a good thing in the future, It's about the freedom to live my life with diabetes. It means I can choose what therapies I want to, what fits me better. Insulin pump, glucose monitor, choosing what I want to eat every day, being healthy, being not healthy if I want to. And by I mean not healthy is having those things that everybody says we're not allowed to have. So if you want to have a pizza, have a pizza. If you want to have an ice cream, have an ice cream. I think the freedom with having an insulin pump is that you can do those things and without having to pull up your clothing or find a place to that is remote or private to inject yourself. It makes my life less stressful being on insulin pump therapy. It does. And even more so since I started using the Kaleidoer again. It just makes me feel more comfortable, more at ease. I don't have to worry about a lot of the things. So freedom with someone with diabetes is just that, the freedom to do things I want to do without having too much stress or having to overthink what I need to take with me.